All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with some news out of Combate Global. So the Latin American themed promotion has finally released the full lineup for their Strawweight single night tournament that's going to go down this Friday, August 13th in Miami, Florida. Now this is going to air on Paramount Plus and I believe also Univision at approximately 11 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. Leave it to Combate to wait until the last minute to announce a full lineup for an event. But I'll digress, this isn't a Bash Combate video. So if you're not familiar with how Combate Global does their tournaments, they've done it before on the men's side. This is the first time they're doing it in one of the ladies divisions, and of course it is going to be at Strawweight. If you are familiar with the Invicta Phoenix tournaments, it is basically the same format, and as far as I know, the big change is that unlike, say, the Phoenix tournament where the fights are exhibition bouts except for the final, in Combate, the tournament bouts are all official. They all count on a fighter's official record. So if you lose in the first round, that's a loss on your record. If you make it all the way to the finals and win, you're 3-0 in one night. So this is a good opportunity for some of these ladies to really advance their records. And I think they have a pretty nice lineup here. Good mix. Not surprisingly, the vast majority of these fighters are stand-up based, more kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai based. They definitely outnumber the grapplers, as is typical for Combate Global. So let's go ahead and take a look at these matchups. Now there are 4 quarterfinal bouts along with 2 ladies reserves. They are also going to have a men's, I believe, flyweight bout as well, but we're not worried about that. We're worried about the ladies. So starting on one side of the bracket, we have Yasmin Haragui taking on Stephanie Frausto. Haragui comes in at 5-0, Frausto at 8-7. Haragui last fought winning a TKO back in November of last year. Frausto is coming off a loss also in November of last year. Now Frausto will be the elder fighter, 30 years to Haragui's 22. Haragui is slightly taller at 5'3", 160 centimeters to Frausto's 5'2", 157 centimeters. Also Haragui has a reach advantage, 64 inches, 163 centimeters for Haragui. Frausto comes in at 60 inches, 152 centimeters. So Frausto, way more experienced here, is the younger sister of Zoila Frausto. Frausto's fought for just about everybody. She's fought for Invicta, King of the Cage, Combate. Definitely coming in here with more experience. However, Haragui comes in with youth on her side and the momentum. Preliminary pick here, I'm going to take Yasmin Haragui to win this, and I hope I'm not butchering her last name. But if I am, somebody please let me know in the comments. Also on that same side of the bracket, we have Cressida Adames taking on Yahaira Cunningham. Adames coming in at 4-0, Cunningham coming in at 3-2. Both these ladies are coming in off of wins. Adames coming in off of a unanimous decision win back in April. Cunningham coming in off of a submission win just 2 months ago in June. Cunningham's the elder fighter, 30-28 for Adames. Adames stands 5'3", 160 centimeters to Cunningham's 5'2", 157 centimeters. No reach available for Cunningham. Adames comes in at 62-inch, 157 centimeter reach. I like both these fighters from what I've seen. Either one could really take this, so I don't really have a dog in this one. It's going to be hard to pick, but I like what I've seen from both of these ladies. Cunningham coming in with that nice submission win. Adames just undefeated, so this one, to me, could go either way. Then we move on to the other side of the bracket where we have Paulina Vargas taking on Claudia Diaz. Vargas coming in at 4-1, Diaz coming in at 1-2. Vargas coming in off of a TKO loss due to injury back in June of 2019 when she basically her foot dislocated, her ankle dislocated. Diaz coming in off of her first win back in April of this year. So finally getting one in the win side of the column. Vargas is the older fighter by 6 years, 32 to 26 for Diaz. Vargas is slightly taller, 5'5", to Diaz is 5'4", 162 centimeters. No reach available for Diaz. Paulina Vargas is listed at 66 inches. Now, Vargas I'm more familiar with than Diaz. Vargas trains out of Lobo Gym, so she's there with Bellator's Alejandra Lara, Invicta flyweight champ Karina Rodriguez, and of course UFC competitors Alexa Grasso and Irene Aldana. So you know what she's bringing into this fight. Crisp, technical boxing. And she lives up to, her gym's reputation. Diaz, I've seen a couple of her fights. Her first two pro fights came in the One Warrior series held by One Championship, where she took 2 straight losses. I missed her last fight. I believe it was for Combates back in April, but she's finally got one in the win column. She has fought more recently, and she has the momentum. However, I got to go with Vargas to win this one. She just has the experience, and from what I've seen, the better overall skill set. Then also in that bracket, we have Karen Cedillo taking on Claire Lopez. Cedillo coming in at 4-2. Lopez coming in at 4-3. Now, both ladies are coming into this tournament off of a loss. Cedillo via unanimous decision in April of this year. Lopez via submission back in September of last year. Now, Lopez is the elder fighter, 32 to 31. Looks like Cedillo will be the taller fighter, 5'5", 165 centimeters, to Lopez's 5'2", 157 centimeters. No reach available for Lopez. Cedillo comes in at 69 inches, 175 centimeters. So Lopez is actually a Bellator veteran. She fought for them one time over in Europe, taking a loss to Danny Nealon. Cedillo has fought for Combate a good number of times. I'm going to take Cedillo based on, they're both coming in off of losses, but Cedillo has been more consistent as a fighter, because before that loss, she had won 3 straight. Lopez coming in off that loss. Before that, had a win, but then 2 straight losses before that. So I think that Cedillo has better consistency on her side. And I believe Lopez is one of the few more ground-based fighters on this one as well. So that is it for your tournament bracket. Now we have 2 reserve bouts. First up, Delaney Bailey taking on Carolyn Gallardo. Bailey coming in at 3-2. Gallardo coming in at 4-4. Now Bailey has not fought MMA since she took a unanimous decision loss back in April of 2015. Now she has stayed a little busy. She has fought more recently for BKFC. Gallardo is coming in off of a loss via decision back in July of 2021. And I believe all of her pro fights have come since Bailey's last MMA fight. Actually, yes. All of Gallardo's fights have come since Bailey's last MMA fight. Let's see. Bailey's the older fighter, 28 to 24 for Gallardo. They stand the same height, 5'1", 155 centimeters. No reach available for Delaney Bailey. Carolyn Gallardo's reach is listed at 62-inch, 157 centimeters. I got to go with Gallardo to take this one. She's more active in MMA. She fights more often, period. Between MMA and other sports. She just has more momentum coming in. Bailey, nice to see her back. I think she debuted for Invicta under her maiden name, Delaney Owen. So nice to see her back. But I got to go with Gallardo to win this one. And then finally, in the tournament reserves, we have Camila Rivarola taking on Andrea Soraluz. Rivarola comes in at 3-2-1. Soraluz coming in at 2-4. Both ladies are coming off a win. Rivarola via submission back a year and a half ago when she fought in Korea. Soraluz coming in off a win about 3 months ago for Combate Global in April of 21. So that's a little more than 3 months. Looks like Soraluz will be the elder fighter, 32 years to Rivarola. She's either 30 or 31, depending on when her birthday is. Topology doesn't list it, unfortunately. Looks like Rivarola is slightly taller, 5'4", 164 centimeters to 5'3", 160 centimeters for Soraluz. Both have it listed at the same reach, 60.5 inches, 154 centimeters. Rivarola, I believe, is one of the only other ground-based fighters fighting in this tournament. She has some decent grappling. And I got to go with her to win this one. I mean, she doesn't have the best momentum because her win is coming off of 2 straight losses before that, including a fight in Bellator. But you look at Andrea Soraluz, she has a win preceded by 4 losses, preceded by a win in her pro debut back in 2016. Very spotty record. So I'm going to go with Camila Rivarola. Now those are your 2 tournament reserve bouts. So if a winner in the quarters or semifinals cannot win or cannot, continue to the next round, one of the tournament reservists, whoever wins their bouts, one of those ladies will get to move into the tournament bracket. So that is it for your Combate Global Strawweight Tournament. As I said, this goes down this coming Friday, August 13th, out of Miami, Florida. You can watch it on Paramount Plus or, I believe, Univision and TUDN. And it's slated to start at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me know your thoughts on this tournament layout in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to WMMA Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.